What is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new loot video for you all today. So today we are going to be duoing Bandos for 10 hours. Starting at 2,600 kill count, I will for the most part be getting all of the kill count in this video because I will be the attacker. The main goal is to complete the collection log, plus of course make some great profit along the way. All drops will be split 50-50. As always, the gear and inventory is subject to change. Especially for a duo, you can go with many different setups, but my friend is just going to be tanking with full just this year, as well as the Elysian Spirit Shield and Fang. And while he's absorbing all of Bando's range hits and praying melee, I'm simply just going to be standing there praying range and not taking much damage at all, just from the minions. So as soon as I entered God Wars, I got a quick kill count of 35 in Bandos, and I would say the only thing that I should have brought was a War Blessing, so that I would have had a Bandos item versus a Rada's Blessing, but we quickly made our way into the room and I unleashed 2 Voidwaker special attacks on Bandos. Following that, I put on my Fang, and in no time, using all of this great strength bonus that I have, as well as the Ultor Ring, we had Bandos slayed in a matter of seconds. Right after Bandos dies, me and my partner simply jump on the minions, and if we need any health, this is where we would put on our Guthans. But with my friend having a Saradomin Godsword, as well as a Blood Fury, and with me just not taking much damage at all, this would all lead me to say that Guthans is optional if you want to run with this duo setup, but for the most part I like bringing it. It only takes up 4 inventory spaces, and I wasn't going to use a Blood Fury because I wanted to maximize profit on my end, and I'm also using a Voidwaker instead of Saradomin Godsword special attack. But that's the beautiful thing about this duo setup, is that you can customize things to your liking. It's a very laid back setup and it's very AFK, and I will say this was my partner's first ever time duoing Bandos, so he did forget to change the settings on the max cape. It can act as a Ring of Life if your HP gets a little bit too low, so he did Ring of Life out just a few kills into our very first trip. You know, what can I say? You never know what can happen at Bandos God Wars, but it is what it is. We just simply teleported on out and we did enter the room once again. We also had my 20 Defense Pure Swerve's house outside of the room. This account came in handy in case we wanted to trade him over unnoted drops that were just taking up inventory space, or we just wanted more supplies. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing to have an alternate account outside the room, and because of this we didn't have to leave the whole entire time. That's right, other than that Ring of Life incident at the very beginning, we just simply stayed in the room the whole 10 hour. And how can we not, with these beautiful Super Restore drops and Chili Potato drops, as well as Sharks. And this was when I realized that Guthans was really not needed. I mean, it does come in handy, but if you do pray correctly on the minions, you will virtually never take damage here, and that's really all about how much attention you want to pay and how much clicking you want to do. I would say combat level affects this decision. If you're maxed and you have a really good set of gear, and you're also using things like potion sharing so you can extend your supplies, which I had never actually done potion sharing before. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, being a max main, you have access to a lot of great things, and potion sharing definitely helped extend these trips, as well as having an alternate account and a pretty good duo setup. So with that being said, our first hour was successful. I was actually able to get 29 kills in my name, and Boyo, my partner, was able to get 3. So that comes out to be 32 kills in 1 hour, which means roughly we should be ending the video at 320 Bandos kill count. Now we also have the opportunity to get a drop from the minions. I have gotten Bandos tacits before from the minions, so hopefully we can get that. That would be a nice split. Got those beautiful Nature Boy Ric Flair runes, and these nature runes are going to come in handy because in my rune pouch we actually are going to be collecting them all, and we're going to be using high alch on all of the individual rune drops that we get from Bandos. This, along with the common coin drop, means that our coin stack is going to be growing from start to finish, and yeah, it's never fun seeing those gem drops, but we'll take what we can get. Alongside that though, we're going to have all of the noted drops, for example the coal, adamant ore, magic, logs, and the grimy snapdragon just kind of stack up, and the only other drop really that is stackable is the snapdragon seed, so I will gather all of those up as well. My partner is really just trying to maximize the amount of supplies, and with potion share this should be a breeze. It's just so nice to not really have to worry about banking or restocking or resupplying. You don't even really take much damage with this method, so it was a really awesome first 2 hours. No drop yet, but I mean that's just Bandos for you. It does take a lot to earn drops here. I have 2,700 kills under my belt so far in this video, 100 kills already, and yeah, I mean I've still still really yet to have a completion of the collection log here. Still missing the hilt, and not to mention I don't have any duplicates from any Bandos drop, so I don't have a lot of luck at this boss, but you know, maybe my partner, for the few kills that he ends up getting, maybe he'll bring some luck. You never know. We didn't really see much in the corp video, but maybe we'll get some luck from this lovely elite clue scroll. Bandos does drop elite clues just like all the other bosses in God Wars, and yeah, we'll happily take that and juggle it and do them all at the end. There is a rune sword. More uncommon to get a rune sword than an item, so yeah, just always gotta add in a rune sword clip. No matter what God Wars you're doing, you're always gonna see that infamous rune sword. So there you have it. Now we can get it out of the way. Now, as I mentioned before, my partner was using potion share, so he was on the lunar spellbook, and I was using high alchemy on all of the rune drops like the rune pickaxe and longsword and anything else, so I was on the normal spellbook. High alchemy really comes in useful for many different drops, but one item that I would never high alch is this beautiful Bandos chestplate. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's not the last collection log that we need, but it is the most expensive item that you can get from a general Growdor. Makes me want to growl into the microphone. Bandos chestplate, 24 million GP. It's just about 111 kills, triple one, so really good to see. I mean, it's not my lucky number 20, but it's still a lucky drop. Overall, it's 118. That was the kill for the video, so it looks like I got 111 kills at this point, and my partner has gotten 7. So that, yeah, no, that deserves a dance and maybe a back-to-back. You know, you can never not be too greedy at the Bandos, so maybe we'll get that back-to-back. All right, not quite, but it is nice to get a drop just being about 4 hours into the video so far. And yeah, what can I say? I mean, this is just an amazing experience. I really don't enjoy solo Bandos nearly as much as I do duo. I would say most of my God Wars dungeon kills are all soloed, so it was a nice change of pace to do a duo. And talk about getting things done on the side. I mean, the Iron Man was busting out all sorts of skilling content, and it was just so easy to play on him while being on the main account. There's another nice elite clue scroll, so it looks like we'll be doing 2 elites at the very end of this video. We did get some hard clues from the minions, but I decided not to do the hard clues. Otherwise, this video would have taken another hour to get uploaded to you guys, and it's already 7:45 p.m. EST, so I'm running late, you know. 100 silver ore, though, will unfortunately take that. I do want to point out that I am using a ring switch, so that is why I'm getting such quick DPS in with this Ultor ring, and then as soon as the boss dies, I simply put on the light bearer to get special back faster. So that is, you know, something to point out if you didn't notice. Getting over 200 kills into the video so far, and also receiving a God Sword shard from the boss, which is more uncommon than an item, but that's the same for such a weird drop like this. 41 rune arrows, 1 in 1k for that. Yeah, you're always going to see those items, but it's a big drop table, so don't take it too personally. At least I try not to, you know. But this rune spear, I mean, hey, at least it wasn't a dragon spear. You always have to look at things from a different perspective, you know, makes it a little easier. 1 in 2100 for that rune spear, though. Well, I gotta say, this is the longest Bandos trip that I've ever had. Looking at the overall KC on the top left, 596, and it is just leading to amazing things and amazing milestones. Really looking forward to being closer to 3,000 Bandos KC. Another drop coming in here. This is the 244th kill of the video, and yet again, it's a beautiful Bandos chestplate. 24 million GP in my name once again. We're bringing the luck today. He may be a general, but he is a generous general. We will take it, guys. So we are getting to actually the end here. We're going to be about 300 KC in my name for the 10 hour to be complete. And then my partner is going to be ending up at around 20 KC. So we love Bandos. Definitely have to come back here and do a follow-up. Good job to Boyo for bringing in the best tank anyone could have ever asked for. And honestly, not a lot of people do bring their friend these days to Bandos. A lot of people are actually known to bring their other account. You know, a lot of people like the alt method. And honestly, what Boyo did as acting as the tank in this video, I could have played on another maxed account that I have, and I could have pretty much been him while I was also the attacker on the side. But I mean, you know, you don't have to always do that. You can always kind of just go back to the way things were done back in the day. Just an old school, old-fashioned duo Bandos trip with a good friend. You know, there's nothing like that. So it was a nice 10 hours. It took about 2 days to complete this. It should have taken one, but what can I say? We take a lot of breaks. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, loot from 10 hours of duoing bandos has been completed. A beautiful ending KC of 2,900. We are now going to go do the price check, then the 2 elite clue scrolls, ending up at 300 kills. Boyo ending up at 20, 32 kills an hour, and we could have done the method of hopping worlds. Maybe we would have gotten more kills. Well, for sure we would have gotten more kills, but we just chose the relaxed method instead, and honestly, I think it paid off. We're going to go ahead and collect all these drops from Boyo, and now we're going to go ahead and sell everything. Having my 20 defense pure outside of the room definitely helped to store the drops that we couldn't fit in our inventory, and overall, just from selling the normal drops as well as the coin drops and all of the things that we high out, we ended up with 7.8 mil GP. And now it is time to sell the 2 rare items, the main money maker from this video, although I will say 8 mil is not too bad just from normal items. But yeah, 23.75 mil for these 2 Bandos chest plates. It didn't really take that long to sell them. We're gonna go ahead and collect that 47 mil just from the rares, and it looks like overall 54.8 mil was made from 10 hours of duo bandos, and just like every good duo, we are gonna split it 50-50 down the middle. 27.4 mil for you, and I'll keep the rest. Maybe it's a little extra, you know. It ends up being 2.7 to 3 mil an hour, and although we did not obtain the Bandos hilt, I still had a lot of fun, and this was so laid back to do minimal effort, and definitely going to go back in the future for the hilt. But with all that being said, we've made our money. Let's go ahead and open up these elite clue scrolls. All right, from the first elite, a master clue, 495k though, and from the second elite, 159k, but we did get a new collection log from the master clue, 427k. It's about 750k from the elites, and you know, another 420k from that master. So I will happily take that. I mean, it takes care of the cost of supplies, but honestly, the cost of supplies for this video was so minimal. It was probably less than 500k for both of us. So yeah, it really did work out as it goes for the drops and the profit, and what a clean looking kill count, and even a cleaner looking RuneLite loot tracker. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching the video tonight, and thank you so much for your time today. A huge thank you to the YouTube channel members as well, with a special shout out to DeceptionZ, DaeDogGaming, and xXzoticx. Till next time, Mr. No Sleep, out.